Oh, let me get your apple. Ugh. So this apple I offer to you. Here you go. Put it between. Let's do this. Ah. Okay. Let me dust you off a little, Miss Hell. And your little companion. Is this a hellhound or a wolf? This is nice. Okay. And let me do this. Maybe I want to do a little incense thing. I'm chilling, you're chilling. You're chilling, I'm chilling. You want a reading? Yeah, I thought you would. Go ahead, pop a squat while I go ahead and welcome you to the traveling tent. Ooh, ooh. I don't even know, man. Okay, let's do this. Oh, your favorite rock is a sardonyx? That's really cute. My favorite rock is a desert rose. You know, love a good selenite. But desert rose is my favorite form. Thank you. Oof. Oof. Anyway, ciao. Come on in, and welcome to the tent. Let me go ahead, and while you get settled in, let me go ahead and just sweep all these old, stale energies away that aren't necessarily good and not necessarily bad, but just kind of here. Sweet. Now that I've gone and I've cleared our space, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Now that I've cleared our space, you know what? May the wind serve only as confirmations and not as distractions. We have an important word to get out to the people today. Yes, Anchovie, you will also be getting blessed. I'm chilling, you're chilling. You're chilling, I'm chilling. Want a tarot reading? Yeah, I thought you would. Go ahead and come in and let me welcome you to the tent while I sweep away all of these old, stale energies that aren't necessarily good and aren't necessarily bad, and they're just kind of in the way. Now that I've gone ahead and I've emptied out our space for us and I'm filling the air with these yummy incense and this nice candle, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up a space for us for channels. And while I do this, I want to go ahead and welcome you to the tent. I'm your oracle. This is a place for people who enjoy hanging out in the betwixt and the between, and you know, like peeking behind. I guess it's also a place where people get tongue-tied sometimes, but it's a place for people who like peeking behind the veil and seeing what answers and things come out for us, you know, for funsies. We are not very serious here, which, you know, today we're gonna get a little serious, but it is with love, it is with care. For those of you who know hell, she is here. She is here, and she has a message that she wants to deliver to those that she has called to this video. So whether you feel that way or not, hell has called you here. So now I've gone ahead and opened this space up for channels. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect me to our space. I'm going to connect myself to the deity that is coming into our space, hell. And then I'm going to connect you to our space. Now, don't worry about us staying connected and stuff like that. Even if you don't see me do it on camera, I always make sure to disconnect us because I'm not down for all those tethers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get order of business things out of the way. So for starters, I'm just going to go ahead and draw your sigil at another time and insert it here. It's sigil time. It's sigil time. It's time. Oh, come here. It's time for sigil. Sigil time. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to take a random. I didn't see it. If you saw it, I didn't see it. Miss Ma'am? We're just getting into it. Ooh. Oh, that sweet apple candle smells really good. 3 colors. 3 colors. You know, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Christmas time. Okay. Let's do. Yeah, I think that's it. I had no clue what time it is pot now. It's like around. Yeah, it's like around 10:30. Give or take. Anyway, this is your sigil. Let me make sure. Perfect. This is your sigil. Go. Bro, I really thought that I wasn't recording. I am. So go ahead and take in your sigil, use it for how you need to, take a screenshot, sit and contemplate on it for a moment. Again, I auto draw these, so any line, curve, dot, I do and do not make. Any color, I do and do not use. I got no clue why, my dude. We can sit and we can ponder about it together if you would like. But if anything, you know more about this sigil than I do, because if this is your reading, this is your sigil. Let's check your card out. Community, just giving it out. Your help, your love, your communication. You're very giving, very loving. Don't lose that. You're going to get more discernment with this. You are a community member. That's a big thing I'm hearing. You are a community member, but you can't help the community if you yourself are not well. So for those of you that are like, hey, I've been sensing a big part of you are like, oh, I really want to make sure that like I love being a part of the community. I love being around people. I don't want to have to give that up to find and love me. There's some, if you finding yourself, if you loving yourself, if you taking care of yourself and you're not hurting anybody, makes the community that you identify with reject you, makes the community reject you, that's not your community, babe. That's not your community. That's just some people. That's just a group of individuals over there. But anyway, that was your sigil. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back to past me. Bye. And I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the message. Welcome back from the sigil. Remember, if that was your sigil, then this is your reading. I have no clue what that sigil looks like, but it's probably super dope. So, on Sunday night, Hell came to me with a message, and I asked her if it would be okay for me to wait a few days to record it. And she said that's totally fine. I just really need my message to go out this week. So, I am gonna pull cards. I am gonna do some, it's not live because it's recorded. I'm gonna do some on camera things as well, but we're gonna go ahead and start this with a channeled message from Hell. So, the same way that I do automatic drawing to make my sigils, I also do automatic writing. What is it? January 18th, 2006. Not 2006, maybe 2006 is significant for somebody, but 2026, 12:02 p.m. Oh, she came to me in the afternoon with this one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna read this message. I'm gonna take a step to the side and we're gonna let this channel come through. I will go ahead and give a little warning. This is a bit heavier, and feel free to click away anytime. We'll see you in the next message. The tent is open for everybody. Everything's good, and we get serious around here. So again, Hell's message is, your scars are beautiful and fetching, in fact, to us. A comfort message. She's not really here to lecture you about self-love. If you're here, you already started that. And she's not of the sort to repeat things senselessly. No, this is simply acknowledgement, guidance, and encouragement. You've already made the toughest decisions you're gonna have to make in your journey. Choosing yourself, choosing to grow and heal. Take a breath. You're a novice at this. This is a new arena. None expect you to be amazing right out the gate. How could you know what you don't know? You've got this, my valiant warriors and my wise mages. Yes, there will be pain, failure, and doubt on this bloody, crumbled path, but there shall also be victory, blessings, and miracles and healing. Don't let one false step hinder you, brave heart, brave soul. Do what you've done many a time over and over again in the past. Pick up your blade and fight. But this time, fight for you, your honor, your glory, your life. Mindfully watching hell. Whew. So whether you or not you have any formal connections with the deity hell, with the goddess hell, is of no importance here. And she wants to make sure that I know that you know that. She is simply stepping forth because you are someone worth stepping forth for. She sees your energy, she sees your flame. And I hear specifically she's seeing it quelled. She's seeing people attempt to quell your flame, to put out your fire. There's something specific. I know there are apples on the thing, like literally this is sweet apple scented candle and this is an apple offering to hell, but specifically she's giving me like an apple tree and people coming by and going, oh, there are no apples on that tree, there are no apples on that tree, there are no apples on that tree, but it's winter. And because people don't appreciate or value this tree, because they believe in their minds that the tree is not doing the job that it is supposed to do, they in terms neglect the tree. Not always out of malice, not always out of intense hate, but simply out of devaluation. So hell is coming forth with a message for those of you who feel like you have been devalued, for those of you who fight and fight and fight and fight. And it feels like there's always an obstacle, there's always something coming. And this is her coming forth to say, I see you. I see those scars. I know the stories of those scars, and I want to know the stories of the scars that I do not know of. I want to know about the journey. I don't just want to know about what the moment you got the scar. I want to know about what led up to it. I want to know about what went through. I want to also know about the healing process. I want to know about the pain. I want to know about the healing. I want to know about the sweet. I want to know about the nitty gritty. I want you. So there's also a message, if you are so inclined, I believe that hell is also reaching out to some of her chosen. Scars by Papa Roach comes up, of course. Big, huge part of this message that I'm getting, there are a good chunk of you with mayhaps visible things. Actually, give me a second. I gotta go get... She actually gave me a list of things to mention and say before I get fully into the reading. So I'm gonna go grab that notebook. Anchovie, you be good. You guys, Anchovie, you watch them, okay? There you go. Yeah, you can have your favorite rock. Anchovie, watch them for me. I gotta go get their messages. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't you park them food trucks over here by me. Don't you park them food trucks by me. I know that they're out. Don't park them food trucks over here. I don't care. Go find different outlets. Let me stop arguing with people. Let me get this message done so I can go knock some heads in. Oh, hi, Anchovie. Hi, everybody. Oh, sorry. Y'all had to hear. Sorry. Y'all had to hear me be a problem. We're setting up and hunkering down because it's supposed to get really cold tonight and other stuff in general. So everyone's hunkering down and we're setting stuff up, and they're like, we gotta put the food trucks over here because these are where all the main outlets are. Blah, 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 whatever. They just want to see me fail. They just want to see me give in and bite into a ballpark Frank. They just want to see me bite into a Carolina Red, and that's really what it is. Anyway, Anchovie, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you guys were good for Anchovie. Hell's main message is embrace what they want you to be appalled by. And she's specifically like body hair, skin, texture, stuff like that. I'm a PCOS. So if you are an individual who maybe you have body hair in strange places, I'm seeing interesting freckles. Maybe not even you have anything different, super different about you. I'm hearing there's some of you where if you went to a different country, different town, different city, no one would the things that people where you are from are appalled by are celebrated here, and some of you are very confused by that, like it confuses you, and so maybe that's something you're encountering. There's just a lot of care, a lot of self-love. She specifically uses the word appalling. The word grotesque tries to come up. These are not her thoughts. These are not my thoughts. These are your thoughts. She wants you to know that that's not true. And she wants to help you with that in however you would allow her to. So, someone might have a burn injury that they feel someone might have a burn injury that they feel self-conscious about, or just specific scars in general. I'm seeing scars in very visible places, but I'm also seeing scars in not visible places. Scars, injuries, just things that you would consider disfigurement, something that you are embarrassed about, or something that others have made you feel embarrassed about, be that society, home. I'm seeing a lot of family. I'm seeing a lot of groups, I'm seeing a lot of clubs, school, of course, trigger warning, bullying. I guess this whole message is a trigger warning. But Hell encourages to be content with yourself. And she also has got some snow. Be content with yourself. And that's not going to be overnight. And no one expects it to be overnight. Kind of like she said in her message. She literally was like, hey, you're a novice at this. You new, you young blood, you fresh out here, baby, you green. Nobody expecting you to get it right on the first try. It's nice when you do. It's amazing when you do. Ooh, let me put this aside. It's nice when you do. It's amazing when you do. We cheer, we clap. But when you get it wrong, that doesn't take away from the pride that we have in you. There's a lot of we here. So I'm not sure if it's just Hell. I'm sensing some of you, it's people who are alive. People who are in your vicinity in this 3D. Some of you have other spirit teams, other ancestral protections. You know who you are. Some of you just have family. So mirrors are something she came up with specifically. She wants you to look at yourself in the mirror. So she wants to encourage you to take small steps towards embracing who you are. And the way to do that is to confront the thing. And confrontation, it seems like such a big word, and it's because it is. It's going to be such a small action that's going to cause such a huge ripple for you. She's encouraging for you to look at it. Whatever it is. I'm hearing for some of you, it's not even something actually physically there. Body dysmorphia is coming up. Just a lot of mental. There are actual physical scars. She also had this other thing. She has a lot here. There's just a lot of love and a lot of care. And I haven't even put cards down. And I'm feeling this symbolic of her wanting to give you space. Wanting to give you a place where you're allowed to express She's basically saying you're allowed to express that you feel ugly. Now, whatever the reality of that, I'm hearing that's not true, but she's not going to deny you that. Because in order to heal, in order to get to acceptance, in order to figure out what you want to do with that perception that you have of yourself, you have to first encounter it. You have to first admit how you feel, even if how you feel is intensely negative. Because how can you get better? How can you achieve? How can you grow if you don't even know where in the garden you planted the seed? How can you nurture that apple tree if you don't even know where the apple tree is? How can you even run an orchard, nurture anything if you don't do the research, if you don't look at it, if you don't check in on it, if you don't interact with it? You are the apple tree, my friend. You're the rose out of concrete. You're the difference. You're the beauty. You're the gems in life. Yes, gold is gorgeous, but it's just a tool to hold the crown jewels. And you are the jewels. Whew. Okay, we're doing a lot of channeling here. I hope this wasn't too... I hope that I am funneling this well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull... We're going to pull some cards. This isn't going to be long. We're going to pull some cards. We're going to see if hell wants to amplify some of the message. Oh, I'm hearing people are confused by your divinity. There's something about you that we're in a different place, we're in a different time. Not even that. We're people of a more, I'm specifically going to say Christ conscious, but actually, no, it's right. If people are more of a Christ conscious, holistic mind, there'd be more embracings of the beauty. I'm also hearing, how can you expect anyone else to embrace you if you do not embrace you? You teach the world how to treat you. How they choose to treat you tells more about them than you. But if you're telling the world that you agree that they should treat you like an ugly, horrible, wretched little thing, then that's what's gonna happen no matter what. Sure, people are gonna do that anyway, but there's confusion, but in your confusion there is healing. Because you're confused because you're actually processing, you're actually looking, you're actually thinking. The reflection, the image, the thoughts that you had been avoiding, she's encouraging you to keep going. I'm seeing some of you have started looking in the mirror more. Some of you have started like embracing yourselves more. Some of you are I'm just going to name body parts. And if it means something to you, it means something to you. I'm going to try to be as generic as possible. Bottom of feet, behind the ear, and inner thigh. So bottom of the feet, behind the ear, and inner thigh. And then she also has the line that she had me transcribe, which is, your scars are beautiful, though they emerged from the darkest eroding moments. Your scars are beautiful, though they have arisen from the darkest moments. Things that have torn you down, things that have hurt your confidence. This green reminds me of the heart space. I lit this candle with this yellow lighter. Yellow is a solar plexus. Solar plexus is your confidence. It is your self-image. It's how you feel. It's the thing that is how you can wear like the two-piece tracksuit, very generic two-piece tracksuit, but you look like you're walking down a runway in Milan. This healing is not easy. This healing is not simple. She refers to you as a valiant warrior and a wise mage. She refers to you as valiant warrior, wise mage in her talks, and whenever she's like relaying things to me about you. You work hard. This is hard work. You're built for this. But now you are working hard for yourself in a capacity that you may not have worked hard for yourself before. So I'm really getting a lot of like, you're caring for your emotional body. Some of you are done faking it till you make it. Some of you want to actually feel beautiful. Some of you are done waking up feeling fully like trash and then pretending and parading through the day because you've been told that's what you need to do. Real time, I'm in 2026, and 2026, leading into the year of the horse. It is still year of the snake. It is not year of the horse until the 17th of February. Now, this is not a year of fake it till you make it. This is a year of, what is it? Do it till it's true. Do it till it's the truest. Or it's make it happen. And you're someone who can make it happen. I'm Vulture. You're someone who's overcome many obstacles. Eagles. You've soared high. Bumblebee. You've moved. You've flown when it was impossible. When other people said it was impossible. It's not impossible. Just because people never... scientists not understanding why Bubble... Maybe someone likes Bubbles. Maybe someone just watched SpongeBob and watched the Dirty Bubble episode. Maybe you're trying to be like that episode and clean yourself up. Some of this, the ugliness, is not just physical. It's mental. It's some of you have a past. Some of you have a past that you're genuinely like, no, that's ugly. That's horrible. I was horrible. And I'll be honest, I'm looking at you. For some of you, that is true. But that self-awareness and that looking at yourself and that honesty is where this healing is coming from. Hell said, I'm not just here for the saints. I wonder if the camera can hear that. I wonder if I can hear that. But she said the saints, the people who are perfect, the heart-eyed angels, those are not the only people I am here for. So I'm here for you too, you downright devils. She's like, I'm here for the downright devils and some of you dirty dogs too. She's actually hellhounds and stuff like that. She's quite fond. Evil Eye, transition, thoughts, rich girl. Some of you are of the, you know what, I'm gonna cry in my mansion and I'm gonna get this bag. And some of you are crying in your mansion, whatever that means for you. There are a good chunk of you that have elevated and have brought yourself to your goal. The goal that you looked around and people didn't believe in you. They were talking trash on your name. They wanted you to feel horrific. They're like, first of all, someone who weighs as much as you weigh could never do this. Someone who with your hair isn't even that cute, you could never do this. Oh, you don't wear makeup, you can't do this. Oh, you wear a lot of makeup, oh, you can't do. There's a lot. But you've gone through and you've made changes. And now it's time for you to put that work and effort and change into your emotional body. Which again, I'm seeing many, if you're clicking this, you've already started. You've already began. This Evil Eye is also protection too. I don't know if it'll let you guys see that one. But no, you've been through hell and high water. You have changed. Phoenix vibes for me are happening here, rising from the ashes. Some of you don't realize you're phoenixes because you're still sitting in the ashes that you've rebirthed from. So that's another thing. But I'm seeing a warrior. I'm seeing a fighter. I sense it. I sense someone being like, ugh, I'm sick of being a fighter. I'm sick of being strong. And there's nothing wrong with that. A good part, in my personal professional opinion, let me put my degree on the table. In my personal professional opinion, I think that it is very important to... Oh gosh, I lost it. Someone said no, we don't need that opinion. Okay. But you're doing great. You're a warrior, you're a fighter. And she says, now it's time for you to fight the ultimate fight. And that's the fight for you. All that energy, all that finesse, all that pizzazz. Do a barrel roll. Someone likes old gaming. I don't know if that's an NES game. Don't get me. But this is very encouraging. This is a pat on the back. You can come out. This is a pat on the back. She's seeing what you're doing. And for some of you who are of the type that work with intermediaries, she is offering her assistance in that. You've taken the biggest step, which is beginning. Oh, that blue jay was loud and quick. Yeah, dead that negative thought, dead that negative talk. When you talk negatively about yourself, take it in, like pause. Process the negative thing you said. Why did you say it? Where did it come from? Is the negative phrase you said, does it sound like something you would say? Or is it something you've been conditioned to say? In fact, the negative thing you've said, does it sound like somebody? That'll preach. A human being, we're only human. We may go astray sometimes, but as long as we can find our way back home, all can be forgiven. Don't let it get the best of you. Maybe someone, it is a mother. Maybe it's a mother who cared, a mother, a maternal figure who didn't actually have malice towards you. And that's why it's harder to shake this. Because one of the toughest things when it comes to having, I'm going to say it, people in your life who care about you and you care about them, but those people have toxic ideals. It's difficult when it's someone who actually has love and has care for you, when it's someone who is someone that you've been dependent on, who's carried you through a lot in your life. One of the big things that I'll use me as an example. I love my mother very much, and while there are times where I will not answer her phone calls because I love her, she's a Sag, but she be doing too much. I love her, she's a Sag, she be doing too much. I'll never not talk to her, but I truly had to sit back and evaluate some thoughts I had about myself and see which of those negative thoughts I had towards my body image were thoughts that I've made myself and come to conclusions myself and actually thought about, or were they thoughts that she said to me that I've heard, that because I've heard them my whole life, and it's said to me by someone who not only do I care about, but I know they care about me. And this person has allowed me to be a free spirit and has allowed me to express and embrace myself, to sit back and have to deconstruct that the person who is pretty much responsible for me being the free spirit that I am and embracing myself and having a love for myself and courage and strength to go forth is also the same person who has deeply instilled in me things that have hindered me, have hurt my self-image and self-esteem and stuff. So mayhaps that's something you are also dealing with, where it's not a toxic, evil, awful person, individual, or industries that are making you feel the most. It's people you actually care about and people who actually care about you, but because this is how it's been going on for so long, you didn't notice it. Not that it wasn't there, And not even that you didn't notice it fully, you didn't notice how deep it runs, how deep it was. Ooh. You're beginning something, you're birthing something in Waz. Again, this is going back to the whole no one expects you to have it. No one expects you to get it. You've taken the first step, and I say it like, you know, be a little woo-woo here, but you're already watching a tarot reading. You have attracted the attention of deities. Hell is the one who's come forth with her message most intensely, because themes that are popping up for this collective are very near and dear to her, which are ostracization, being kicked out for things that you cannot control, people setting out to misunderstand you purposefully, and even when you take back your power, people brand you as a villain when all you've done is put on the clothes that they have laid out for you and had personally tailored, like they're to your measurements perfect. You don't know how they got your sizes. Actually, you do know how they got your sizes. Some of these people you know personally and love and care deeply for. But no. You're growing. This is the beginning. Also, I noticed there's an apple tree back here. So she is working, and you have worked, and now it's time for you to cultivate. But before the apple comes the blossom. So before you can bear beautiful, life-sustaining fruit, you first must blossom and bloom. There has to be a transformation. There has to be a change. There has to be a death. You must bud and then allow yourself to unfurl and blossom and bloom. And then once you sit and look at the fullness of you and what you bring in the whole situation, you must be willing to let that go so that you can transition to your next phase, which is producing. Yes, you made a nice, lovely, sweet scent, and yes, you became aesthetic and you found all these people who like to look at you or to enjoy it or who can have your attention, but now you're moving on to sustaining, to sustenance, to being able to reproduce. Because if if a tree does not bear fruit, if any plant that is a fruit-bearing plant does not bear fruit, then that plant's lineage dies. Because the fruit is the seeds, and the seeds is how we go forth. Seeds is putting me in the mind of 7 of Pentacles, which is your gardening, your harvest. Party time! She wants you to enjoy yourself. She wants you to celebrate and bask in the beauty that is you. Jimin. This puts me in the, dynamite. They want you to dance, they want you to fun, they want you to pop around. She wants you to enjoy life. This is like a preview. This is this rebirth, this change that you are going through, this transition that you have worked. Oh gosh, I'm dropping everything. This transition that you're not going to fumble it, by the way. I mean, some of you are like, oh, I'm going to fumble it, I'm going to drop it. You literally can't. You can't. You the blueprint, baby. You can't fumble the blueprint. Nobody even knows what's supposed to happen next. You are the author of the story. You tell us what's next, Dr. Seuss. That's for someone like some true crime podcasts or YouTube channels. Very good. That was a Bose quote. If you know Bose, maybe you used to watch Smosh. Maybe you're short. Maybe you're short Queen King. But no, you have this transition, this transformation. You are becoming greater. And they want you to know you can have fun. You can have a good time. This also reminds me of Jin and Duck Goose. Maybe there's been an attack on Bonton. And you got to figure it out. You have strength. This is cattle. This is cow. I have this on Borsa's forehead, my bull spirit. He's so sweet, so kind. So bull spirits or bull cow spirits, longhorns are coming to mind, buffalo, yaks, pretty much, just, are they bison? Are all those bison? I don't know, bison are also a thing. Someone likes Avatar The Last Airbender. Someone likes Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm sorry, something flipped over and I thought it was like a weird bug. Maybe weird bugs are coming by. I'm at the halftime playtime. Now I'm just getting started. In my prime time, I'm not gonna stop. That is not the cadence of that. But you're beginning. They want you to know that in this transition, that this pain, this hurt that you are finally allowing yourself to feel, to process, to go through the motions with, is gonna bear you beautiful, amazing fruit. You're gonna sit and be able to have your carrot cake, your apple pie. You not only get to toil, you not only get to know that you've done a good job, you are also going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor if you continue on this path that you are going down, which is choosing yourself. You shouldn't stop. You're not gonna stop. Some of you, this stubbornness, that bull come out, stuff like that, you're not gonna stop. Also, twos might be a synchronicity for you. We got 222. Also, you got 2 runes out of here. A lot. There's things bubbling up. There's joy. There's chemistry here. Allie and AJ is a reference. Chemicals alive. I say yeah. And the chemicals react. Some of y'all need to make a phone call. The phone call can be various things. Some of y'all, it's the God phone. Some of y'all need to make a phone call. Some of you need to answer a phone call. Some more of this phone call. You'll understand when you're older. So this is something you don't need to know about it yet. There is a phone call coming in, and this is future related. So the phone call is, I was going to say metaphorical, but metaphysical came through. Astral, projecting, dream. Maybe some of you have dreams and stuff like that. Record your dreams. Pay a little more, even if you don't record it, pay a little more attention to your dreams. Even if you're not the type to write, maybe take a second and ponder your dream, even if you're not going to write it. There's some information there for you in the dream state. There's some information that's going to make sense later. So my apologies. Someone's about to get some confusing dreams, it seems. It starts with one. This one first step. And you're doing it, baby. You're doing it, big daddy, big mama. Light it up like dynamite. See? Didn't I say dynamite earlier? I might have. Jimin. If any of you out there, someone might be a BTS fan. Someone might be a Bonton Boy fan. Jin is actually out here. Oh. We actually have Jin. Who likes Jin? I think Hell might be. Hell, are you a BTS fan? Here, Jen can come hang out over here. Sweet. Maybe someone just got a kid's meal. Maybe someone has a kid. But you're going to light this up like dynamite. But remember, the first step is, the first thing you've done right now is you have you've struck the match. And now you just got to light it up. Ooh, woodpecker. Let's go ahead and we'll do the bottom of the deck and 2 on the bottom. Give me my face back. People be staring at you. Ooh. You know, in post, I'll decide if I want to cut that out. People are going to stare. She's like, people are going to stare. They have eyes. Be aware. Yeah, and then there's future again. Yeah. You'll understand when you're older and future. You've taken the first step to becoming an amazing version of you. Noon. Reverse vampire popped up in my head. Remember, vampires don't only come out at night. People who suck your energy, people who suck in general, they are not just nighttime, night kind of people. And when I say that, I'm being told, how do I say this? anyone can be the villain, clothes or just clothes. Someone's hobbies don't make them more or less likely to be villains. So there's some deconstructing of mindsets. Look into the angel effect and the Lucifer effect. That, if you're the type to do some reading, that might be helpful to you. The angel effect and the Lucifer effect, they are psychological things. That's just giving it a name. You've probably already know this. Like the angel effect is people that are visually appealing are more likely to be perceived as good, and people who are not as visually appealing are more likely to be perceived as bad. There's more nuance and stuff to that, but I'm hearing that maybe there's someone who that'll help with a bit of your deconstructing and your reconstructing of mindsets and thoughts that you and others might have had. So maybe look into that. I think, when was I introduced to that concept? I'm a big old nerd. I think I was like a late teen, early 20s type stuff. There's secrets. Someone likes your smile. Someone likes your smile. That Mona Lisa smile. So there are people who like your smile. There are also people who, now there are people who like your smile and won't tell you, and there are people who like your smile and will be in your face and tell you. Okay. Well, this was a good chunk. End it. Let's go ahead and let's cleanse up this space. I'm being called to add a little more incense. Maybe some of you like incense. Maybe some of you like scents. Because I went to reburn the sage, but then I also got this sweet apple candle that I've been smelling. And I myself smell like Coco Cabana, so every time I lean over and my hoodie kind of flaps, I smell Coco Cabana, so maybe someone's really into smells. Okay. Yeah. This path that you were currently taking, old expectations that you've had of yourself, of others, you have to leave that behind in some capacity, whatever that means for you. Some of you, mirroring is a big thing and is important. Look at the people in your lives, look at the people you have around you, look at the conversations that you have, look at the conversations you don't have. Because to embark on this path, maybe someone's going on the park, maybe someone is parking their car. You listening to me in the car? Oh my gosh. Or maybe someone's car is in park and they're listening. But in order for you to go on this journey, there's a lot of reflection, a lot of looking, a lot of deep diving. There's stuff that needs to be left behind. Some things are going to be easier than others. Discernment needs to be had when it comes to what to leave and what to not leave. Some things are temporary, some things are permanent. Take that what you will. As you're transitioning, you're moving on. The expectations of the past are no longer valid for you. Okay. Little earth angel, little cutie. But you're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're number one, even if you don't know it yet. Sweet. And then I'm gonna take this sigil that has always been here. Thank you, Jen. So that was your reading. Again, hell cares about you. Hell wants to talk with you. The veil. She wants to talk to you, or she at least wants you to pay attention to your dreams, to your thoughts. Pay more attention to you. There's pride. She's proud of you. Oh, secrets does not want to go away. Getting someone has an admirer. She's saying you are desirable. Locked down. Yummy in my tummy. Light. I didn't ask, do you have what you need to go to the ball? I asked, do you want to go to the ball? And omen. You have amazing things coming for your future. You have great places. You have delicious food coming up. You're becoming your core. You're becoming yourself. You're looking in. This is the Cherie card, the High Priestess, the main character, the core. You are learning who you are. You are getting down to your core. You are locking down. You are locking in. You're locking yourself. I'm hearing some of you are locking yourself down. Oh my God. I'm seeing someone like getting themselves like, what is it? Getting engaged to yourself, getting married to yourself. Iconic, really. 10 out of 10. Yummy in my tummy. You're going to experience amazing food. You're going to experience satisfaction. You will be satisfied. Your eureka moments. You're going to get clarity. The confusion will not always be confusing. You are going to get help. You are going to be assisted. Again, this card is, I didn't ask, do you have what you need to go to the ball? I asked, did you want to go to the ball? The way I look at that is the fairy godmother didn't ask Cinderella, oh, so where's all the stuff to go to the ball and get going, kid? No, she just said, do you want to go to the ball? Bet. Let's go. Some of you, some things are going to happen like that where the resistance, the thing that's stopping it is your willingness, is your mindset. And that's why you're working on that. Sweet. And then this is just honeymoons, getaway, romance, stuff like that. You got good things coming, babe. You got amazing things coming. And on that note, we're put this on the top. Let's just go ahead and close this out because I think that that's all the information that hell really had for us. So let's go ahead and sweep this stuff off. Again, sending a lot of love, a lot of care, especially if you've stayed this long and finished the video. It might not seem like it, but that first step truly changed you. It shifted you. I'm sorry I'm gonna say it, I gotta be a little woo-woo, especially as the scent of sweet apple is filling my nose when the wind is blowing this way. You shifted, you quantum leaped. You took a step and shifted. I'm hearing your entire family timeline, your entire lineage. So whatever you have done has positively and beautifully affected people who you're not even gonna be around to meet. Like, I'm seeing like 100 years in the future, 50 years, like depending on how old you are. Like, there are people that like, who with this one step you have taken, they're so far out in the future you genuinely wouldn't be alive. But you'd still have such an intense and amazing impact on them off of this one step that you took today. You threw a pebble and it became a wave. You threw a pebble into a pond and it became a tsunami. But like tsunami positive. So let's go ahead. This was heavy. This was great. Remember, we need you here, gang gang. We need you here. We need you here. I'm glad that you woke up. I'm glad you're hanging out. I'm glad you're chilling, my dude. Thoughts are thoughts and thoughts are going to be thoughtin'. I'll never be upset that you had a thought that you didn't want to be here one day, because it be like that and it happens. Because in order for me to know that, you had to be able to tell me that. In order for you to be able to tell me that, you got to still be here with me in this 3D plane. Mwah. The tent is for everybody. The reason that we are not as serious here is because we are people who have gone through some stuff. Anyway, the divination's over. I'm not going to keep holding your ear. Maybe some of you enjoy rambling. Maybe some of you enjoy hearing people talk. Some of you need to empty out an ashtray or something with ashes in it. So it could be like a fireplace. It could be an actual ashtray. Well, the fireplace does have an ashtray. Just any variety of ashtray. I'm seeing maybe someone has an older car. You need to empty out the ashtray in your car. Or maybe you just have an ashtray in your car you need to empty out. Empty out that ashtray, kids. Let's go ahead and sweep away these enemies. Ooh. Let me just... enemies. Give me a second. I gotta get good room for that. Let me make sure none of these kids to my room. guys. We got our own. Perfect. Let me put this back. There, no, we on sweep. Jen, why are you? Oh my God, you're so dramatic. Ah! Whatever, we're doing it. We're sweeping. No, because we're not, I'm not doing this. Well, we can. Let's get them out of here. Ugh. There we go. Okay. So they out of here. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting up with it. They don't be messing with my babies. I ain't doing that. Y'all not over here messing with the earth angels. They ain't even doing nothing. All y'all doing is healing. Why are they here? Why would they be here? Why would the enemies be here? Well, anyway, so we've swept out the haters. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disconnect us. Again, thank you for coming by the tent. If you stuck around for this long, like, comment, subscribe. Come hang out at your local traveling tent. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disconnect us. And I'm gonna wish you a happy, wonderful day. Remember, we need you out here. We need you out here. I don't know you, you don't know me, but we need each other. We need each other. That'll preach for somebody. Bye. Anchovie, you think we don't get any other heavy messages like that anytime soon? Most likely. Most likely. It is what it do.